right, good morning, South Texas. Hope your day is going well. Here we are on Sunday, and things aren't too bad out there. It's getting a little hot pretty quick, though, and we're going to be talking about that here in just a moment. First off, before we get too deep into that, let's go ahead and talk about what we have in the air. We have molds coming in at a light level, pigweed at a light level. Enjoy the lower level of molds for today, because that's going to change here as we head into the next couple of days, because we do have higher chances for rain in the 7-day forecast. You're going to see that pretty soon. Karen says, ready for some rain. Priscilla says, how dare you? I guess on that rainfall. She doesn't want more rain. Larry says, good morning. Erica says good morning as well, and Chris also says good morning. Hope you're all doing well today. So Calaveras Lake right now coming in with a lot of blue sky out there, or that's rather what we saw last night. Excuse me, this is the time lapse. This is the time lapse from what we saw last night, but I guarantee you when we get to the end of the time lapse and you see the sunrise after that beautiful sunset last night, you will see that we have blue sky out there right now too. So we moved throughout the evening. There was not a lot of cloud cover as we headed throughout the overnight hours. Saw a little bit of cloud cover as we started off the day early on in the morning, and then you saw the cloud cover clear out pretty quick. So here it comes, moves through real fast, and then we've seen it really break up, and this is what I was getting at. A lot of blue sky. That's what we currently have at Calaveras Lake. You can see it there. That's the right now view, and you also see it at the airport. Airport's showing a lot of blue sky out there. You see it from Northwest San Antonio and also from Morgan's Wonderland Camp out there in the Texas Hill Country in northern Bexar County. Not too bad. I see a lot of people saying, yay rain. They are happy about the rainfall despite all the rain we had last month, and I am too, because we're starting to get into those hot days. This is the hottest time of the year, actually, on average for our region, and we have a heat advisory right now down towards Live Oak, Bee, Goliad, and Victoria counties, because we will have such hot conditions. The dew points are higher, so it feels even hotter. It's going to feel possibly up to 110 degrees. Feel like 110 degrees down there in those counties shaded in orange. Everybody else should not be as bad, though. We do have a little bit of shower activity popping up on the radar and just north of the South Texas and Kents 5 viewing area region. Look up towards northern Llano County, southern San Saba County, if you're curious as to which counties those are, if you don't necessarily know that part of Texas as well, maybe. That's located right here. That's San Saba County, the one that kind of has the arch to it there, and then Llano County's right south of it. Seeing those showers dip further down to the south, and that will continue here as we head throughout the next couple of hours. We're going to end up seeing some rain chances for South Texas here pretty soon. Look at all the shower and thunderstorm activity stretching down that I-20 corridor from Dallas through Abilene. There, even just north of there, you see it stretching even all the way over to the Monahans Sand Dunes region, and then also over towards El Paso. So a lot of shower activity throughout areas of Texas north of us, and that will be impacting us as we head into tonight and then into tomorrow. We'll be having better rain chances, and you'll see that in the future clouds and radar here in just a moment. But before that even arrives, it will be hot. Right now, 80s across the board with Port Lavaca at 91. You see dew points in the 70s, so yes, very warm, very humid, so it feels even hotter. Feels like 92 right now in San Antonio, 94 in Floresville, feeling like 97 in Beeville and George West, 101 in Port Lavaca, feeling like 100 in Port Aransas. It is hot out there. And the temperatures just climb all the way up to the mid to upper 90s this afternoon. By 1 p.m., 94 in the Alamo City, and here comes the shower activity. There's some of those showers and storms impacting mainly the Texas Hill Country, and then also for areas up towards I-35. Not a ton of rain today. A majority of us will make it through today without a drop, but you will have that chance for rain. You see it's mainly the Hill Country, even at 2:30, very hot, and then we get a nice little cool down from that shower activity as it passes through. And then you see the Texas Hill Country still getting rain there. By the time we get to around 7 p.m., still seeing a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity out there, and that will continue into tonight. This is actually from a front, so it is a cold front in August now. Now we're in August, early August, so don't expect too much from it. Just a little cool down, but not going to be what you would get in October or anything like that, right? So shower and thunderstorm activity for 6:30 a.m. on Monday. We will be dealing with off and on showers and storms. By the way, nothing severe from this. We're not expecting any severe weather, just going to be off and on showers and thunderstorms. By the time we get to 10:30 a.m. on Monday, still dealing with some very heavy downpours at times. Could also get a lot of thunder and lightning from this, but again, not really expecting anything severe. We move into the afternoon on Monday and watch the temperatures. Remember what we have for today. 98 degrees is the high for San Antonio. For tomorrow, we only hit about 90 degrees. Look at all the spots only staying in the 80s. So that's actually pretty good for early August. This is typically our hottest time of the year, but again, a little nice cool down here to start off the month of August with a little bit of shower activity along with it. And you see the off and on showers and storms could continue into Tuesday. Just know that these storms that are further to the south, they could very well end up lining up closer on to the Highway 90 corridor. We'll be keeping a close eye on that, but definitely have the possibility for more rain on Tuesday. Even though future clouds and radar looks like it's backing off a little bit, some weather models do still call for some rain on Tuesday. See a lot of people saying good morning to all of you as well. Hope you're doing well today. So this is the upper level pattern, and this is the reason why we have drier conditions for at least this morning. This upper level high pressure has kept us hot and dry. That's why we've been hotter and drier recently, but it's about to shift off to the west. And when that happens, it opens the door for a little bit of rainfall and some cooler conditions. So that high pressure that has stayed further off to the west for a majority of July looks like it's going to try to set itself up again for August, but then kind of withers away as a whole. And we start to see a little bit of a trough in the Pacific Northwest. Let me go ahead and draw that out for y'all so you know what I'm talking about. And with that happening, I think we're getting ready to set up for a more typical Texas summer. So be on the lookout for that. But that trough setting up in the Pacific Northwest kind of lets us know we may be seeing a pattern flip here pretty soon. Excuse me. The amount of rainfall we've seen, or will see over the next 7 days rather, will be about 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. The area that sees the higher amount of rain will be up towards the Texas Hill Country there, north of Highway 90, stretching into portions of Kerr County, Bandera County, Real County. That's going to be where we see close to that 1.5 inches, maybe even up to 2 inches in some isolated spots. But areas down towards the coastal plains, we could be talking about 1/2 inch or less. So it could be a lot less rainfall there down there towards portions of Goliad, Live Oak, and B counties. Now, all this rain that we will have over the next week should continue to benefit us as far as the drought conditions are concerned. We really don't have drought anymore. It's just abnormally dry conditions. And those conditions aren't just for us, but look at across the state of Texas. Drought has pretty much been diminished with the exception of some areas closer on to Big Bend National Park and some spots in far west Texas. There's some very light areas of moderate drought. But with rain expected for their region as well, we may see drought really get pushed out of the state of Texas as a whole, which is great news. We need that rainfall, right? Because it helps stuff like this, the Aquifer. Now at 665.9 feet, I expect it to continue to rebound as we head into the next couple of days thanks to rainfall. But you see over the last 24 hours, it has fallen just about 0.2 of a foot. The monthly average for August is 657.9 feet. We are obviously way ahead of that. Let's hope it stays that way. Average rainfall by month, obviously nothing on the board yet for August, but we finish up July ahead of average. That's great to see. We needed that rainfall, and you see nearly 22 inches for the year, just a little bit more, and we'll have had more rain than what we had in all of 2019. We've already beaten all the rain that we had in 2020. We needed this because, remember, both those years were more than 10 inches behind average. Here's a look at the July temperatures. We ended up finishing up the month of July with only one day at or above average. That day was actually above average, and that was July 3rd. Every other day in the month was below average. July 3rd, by the way, was only 1 degree above average. So it was a very cool July for 2021, which we'll take, right? Instead of having that big heat with triple-digit heat, we still haven't had a triple-digit day yet this year. Let's cross our fingers and knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Here's your 7-day forecast. No triple-digit heat in the forecast other than today will be very hot. It will feel like the triple digits outside because of it, the heat index, but the actual air temperature will be about 98 degrees. You see, as we make our way into Monday, the big cool down, dropping down to about 90 for the high. There's your increased chances for rain from Monday through Wednesday. And then we'll start to see the rain chances drop off there as we head into the end of the week, just to a slight chance with lows in the 70s, highs in the 90s, kind of close to the what the temperatures should be this time of year by the time we get into Saturday. But you know, not too bad on the rain chances. We could use the rain chances, at least for now, because it looks like from day 8 through day 14, for the middle of August, that would be, Looks like we could go back to around average to below average amounts of rainfall. So let's get what we can get as long as it's still occurring, right? And then below average temperatures could be possible from day 8 through day 14, which would be mid-90s for this time of year. So still hot, but at least it's not triple digits, right? The Lone Star 3-day forecast showing us that we're going to have some cool conditions in Amarillo today thanks to that frontal boundary. Look at how cool it's going to be in Amarillo thanks to that front that moved through. 70s today, 80s for Monday and Tuesday. You see other spots on the state like El Paso cashing in on some of those 80s, and Dallas-Fort Worth thanks to that frontal boundary. You see a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the state too this next week, just like what we have over the next couple of days. And then the Texas State Park forecast for tomorrow. Looking like a bit of a stormy day. Probably not the best day to go out hiking, but if you do plan to do some hikes, make sure you have a radar. Remember the KENS 5 app has a radar on it where you can stay up to date with any of the storms that could be going through the region. Again, nothing strong or severe from these storms tomorrow or the next few days, but could get some heavy bouts of rain and some frequent lightning and thunder at times too. George says, nice glasses, buddy. Appreciate it. Lisa says, hello everyone from Converse, Texas here. Good stuff. Sue says, my grass needs a drink. Yeah, the grass could use it. So let's try to resist using those sprinklers as long as we have rain in the forecast. But I totally understand if you feel like, man, I got to run the sprinkler just because the grass is looking so dry. How about my trip to Corpus Christi next weekend for my mom's birthday? Michael, it is looking like we are going to be having a little bit of a chance for rain there along the Texas coastline. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Texas coast forecast. It's still a little bit far out, so know that this forecast could change. But taking a look out for next weekend, looks like 80s for highs, slight chance for rain, nothing too messy. But Michael, know that this forecast could change just because we're so far away from that still. But I'll let you know if, of course, if you just continue to tune in throughout the week and kind of closer to when you're going to head down there for your mom's birthday. By the way, happy early birthday to her. We'll make sure that we can really pin down that forecast for you. But right now it is looking like it will just be a slight chance for rain and temperatures in the 80s for highs. So I hope she can have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Any idea on winter this year? Is it too early, Stephanie? Yeah, it's still a little too early to be making those calls. And Tina says ragweed is killing her. You know, Tina, it may be pigweed. It's pigweed for this time of year. And honestly, we have a lot of Saharan dust in the air too. Got me a little bit there. Saharan dust in the air, and that could also be impacting you. So pigweed could be it too. But man, I know how you feel whenever you say ragweed will kill you, because Tina, ragweed is something that always gets me every year too. Ragweed is something that I constantly am fighting. Stephanie says, you and I both, I'm waiting for a day that my allergies are just a little happier. Molds, thankfully, took a big tumble today, but we could see them go up again the next couple of days because we have rain in the forecast, and when it rains, that's when molds spike. So guys, I'm going to leave it on the 7-day forecast here. Meteorologist Jeremy Baker is going to be on this evening with the latest update to the forecast, so be sure to tune into that. And of course, we'll keep you updated on everything in between on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, the KENS 5 app, KENS5.com, and on KENS 5, of course, right on CBS affiliate here in San Antonio. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll continue to keep you updated on everything right here at KENS 5. Michael says going fishing next weekend and possibly run a golf cart in Corpus Christi. Wish me a good trip next weekend. Michael, have a great trip. I hope you catch some real big redfish, something you could really throw on the grill. Black and redfish, love that stuff. I used to live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so redfish are big down there, and I know it's big on the Texas coastline too. Good luck on your fishing trip, and again, I hope you have a good time celebrating your mother's birthday with her. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. We'll continue to keep you updated on everything right here at KENS 5. Remember, hot this afternoon, and then the shower activity will move in, not for everybody, but mainly into the hill country. Have a great Sunday.